absolute silence. What's up, everybody? Oh, God. Ruining it already. What's up, everybody? We're back here today, and we're going to do just a super quick rundown on my top 5 most used 3D prints that I made this year. And I mean, I've only had the printer for pretty much a year now. I got it as a Christmas gift to myself, Christmas of 2019. So just about a year ago, I've had I've had this. God, I can't even talk today. I've had the printer for about a year, guys. That's all you need to know. And since then, I've printed a few things that I use almost every day, or at least, well, actually, yeah, they're used pretty much almost every day. So without further ado, we're going to get into it here. It's not really in like an ascending or descending order. It's not like one of them's any better than the other. The first one being, we'll just use this as the first one. Now what this is, Replica vacuum head mount attachment, whatever you want to call it, for a shop vac. The one that I had ended up breaking, and so I kind of just took the measurements of it and recreated it here. So as you can see, it's got this real nice swooping, I guess maybe you might call it a fillet or a bevel or something like that. It's on pretty much about a 45-degree angle head, so you can get a nice solid suction base out of it. And it fits directly on to my little shop vac, which I'll show you here. And as you can see, it's super dirty, so it's gotten some use. It's been rode hard and put away wet, as they say. But it has held up tremendously well. It gets used almost, maybe not every day, but multiple times a week for sure. It gets used. And I mean, I just couldn't be happier with it. It feels super stout. I can't remember the infill that I did, but it had to have been at least 40%, because I mean, it's one of the stronger prints that I think I've made. And I just do all this on my Creality CR10S unit, which I'll show you all here in just a minute as well. But let me grab my shop vac. I'll show you how this attaches. Hold on. Right here. So beautiful, and I mean, it just rips. I'm telling you guys right now, this thing, if you wanted that longer reach or something and you've got one of these real long extensions, it attaches beautifully to that as well if you need the extra reach there. But like I said, you can see it's very dirty. It's been used quite a bit. So that's the first one. The second one is over here on the wall, and this is one that I downloaded from Thingiverse, but it is the headphone mount attachment holder thing. Let me boom, there we go, on the charger. Very nice, keeps the headphones up off the desk and hanging up there, whether when they're in use or when they're charging, and it helps keep my desk a little bit more organized than it currently is. That would be probably my second one. My third one is gonna be, this guy gets used almost every day. And what this is a replica of my seat belt in my car. And the reason that it gets used every day is because when I come to work or when I go somewhere, usually I have either my work backpack, which is kind of heavy, got the laptop, camera, iPad, all that stuff in it, or my dog will hop up in the front seat of the car and it dings the seatbelt dinger. And this bad boy right here plugs perfectly into the seatbelt receiver, the seatbelt clip receiver, and it turns that dinging noise off immediately, just like you had a seatbelt in there. So this absolutely gets used every day. This took me about 10-15 minutes to design on Fusion and about 20 minutes of print time or so. This guy, the vacuum cleaner mount, Took me maybe an hour or so to fully design and get exactly how I wanted it. And then I think this was, God, this had to have been at least a 4-hour print, maybe even longer. But this guy's super simple, super easy. Fits almost every car I've ever made one for. I mean, you might have to sand down the top part a little bit or round the edges off a little bit more. Excuse me. But it works. I've got a Toyota Tundra. It works for all Toyotas I've found, all Subarus, almost all Fords. I've had it in a Mercedes, and let's see, anything else I can remember off the top of my head? I don't think so. But I've printed them for a ton of friends who are all like, oh, dude, the same thing happened to me. So I've made quite a few of these for buddies and stuff, and I mean, they just work perfectly. So that would be one of the other, top 5 prints that I've made so far this year. One of the other ones, and this one's a recent update here, is actually what the camera is sitting on right now. So these 2 things I designed myself. The headphone mount came from Thingiverse. The little tripod that the camera is on that I'm about to take the camera off to show you also came from Thingiverse. And then number 5 is actually at my house, so we'll have to take a field trip to my house to look at that, and it's like a little soap organizer thing for our kitchen sink. All right, so here is the little 3D printed tripod. It works beautifully. It's 5 pieces total. So we've got 2 separate legs, this little hinge part right here, the top mounting part for the actual camera, and then the rear support leg. And this all folds up nice and neat. I won't do that right now just because I've got nothing to hold the camera, so I can't really do it one-handed, but you can fold the legs in together, compress it, and kind of turn it into a handheld kind of vlogging device. Now let's take a trip back to the house and I'll show you guys number 5, my number 5 most used print. Actually, before we go to my house here, I'll just show you my printer setup. So Creality CR10S, very popular unit. I put it in this box. I did add an overhead light here that has a switch that I can turn it on and off if I can reach the dang thing. Yeah, so there we go. That's turned on and off. This gets used every time I use my printer, but I don't use my printer every day, so it's probably not a top 5 for me. Overall, I'm very happy with this unit. I'm definitely looking to get other printers. I'd like to get an SLA printer and then a dual extruder printer so that I can print with 2 different materials or 2 different colors at the same time. And this is a little photo box. It has LED lights in it that are supposed to light it up, but I think I dropped something on them once, this whole box, and I don't know. I gotta get in there and figure out why it's broken, but it doesn't work. But anyway, I use this nice little fancy Harbor Freight light that bends over at 90 degrees. And then boom, look at that. I got a little lit up photo studio in there, and I can put 3D prints in there and then fucking, ooh, look at that. I can even come in from the top, get those high angle views. The other thing I got over here on the side I was going to show you is, zoom out here. This is my little toolbar, magnetic toolbar, and then I got this little box that I keep like pens and stuff in. So this is my whole just little 3D printing countertop, baby. I need absolute silence for the next few seconds. All right, here we are back at the crib. My humble little apartment here. I'm going to show you the soap rack thing that I was talking about. So it's over here in the kitchen. Dirty, I meant to clean that. Damn it! So here it is, just a little triangular shaped bracket here that I really should have done a slightly better job reinforcing the edges here. I don't know why I didn't just make them full walls. We've got a little spot for our dish soap here, a couple dish brushes, sponge, and then hand soap. So I need to make another one that like all this stuff fits up in. But yeah, this thing absolutely gets used every single day. So this qualifies for my top 5 most useful 3D prints. And now we're gonna go back to the shop for the outro video. As always, everybody, thank you so much for tuning into the channel. If you like this video, please like, please subscribe, leave a comment below. All that stuff helps in terms of just overall viewership of the videos and getting the videos out to more people. We're almost at 50 subs. Let's see if we can get there by the end of the year. And we'll see you guys on the next one. I'm Dan, this is DANSVILLE. I've been your host, and we're out.